Hello and welcome to the Long Island weather update. It is a little after 10 o'clock on a very brutal July 16th, especially if you were in Jersey. And now there's some severe thunderstorms affecting New Jersey. You can sort of see on the satellite here. Very hazy conditions. Look at all that smoke we had as well. Very bad air quality today as well. Just a brutal day all around. And you can see that smoke again. Let me just put this back here. You can see, look at all that. That's all smoke. It's just really, it's all from the fires in Canada, out west, all over the place. But let's look at the GLM flash intensity here. And we'll take a look and we'll get this moving here in a moment. Because we want to actually show you the lightning strikes that we have. So yeah, there was these storms over Jersey. It looks like they're weakening a little bit, but there was actually an intense storm that popped up over central Jersey, and I tried to intercept it at Jones Beach. That's right. I tried to intercept the storm, and it was looking pretty impressive coming in. This is what the cloud looked like. I have a video of it for you, so you'll see this big cloud. Look at that. Beautiful cloud coming in there. Cumulonimbus cloud there on the horizon. But it fell apart. It was really looking promising, too. Really looking promising, but you'll see the video. It fell apart. It was looking ominous, and then we just had the pink skies afterwards. So pretty brutal day all around. Looking at the radar right now, let's get to this line of thunderstorms now moving through Jersey. So we have thunderstorms moving into southern Monmouth, into northern Ocean County, a whole line here, and there is a wildfire, which hopefully these storms will bring some rain to over in Warren Grove. So hopefully, I think they got it at 600 acres right now. Let's go and look at the lightning. And not really seeing a whole lot of lightning from these storms, so they're probably not all that severe. But if we look at the weather and hazards map, you'll see that there are actually severe thunderstorm warnings out. If we actually go to the radar here from the Weather Service, you'll see they got severe thunderstorm warnings for these storms. We'll go to the high resolution here. And you can see, this doesn't look as good. We'll stick with this. You'll see here that there are severe thunderstorm warnings in effect for much of the Jersey Shore area, as well as special marine warnings off the South Shore for these storms. But not a lot of lightning with them, so I'm guessing the main hazard is going to be, let's see what we got here, and then we look at the severe thunderstorm warning right now that we have available. We have a severe thunderstorm watch that goes in. Actually, that might still be in effect. So severe thunderstorm warning is now in effect until 11 o'clock for much of these Jersey. Hazard is 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. It's actually going to hit Warren Grove. This may actually make things worse for the fire. And they say frequent cloud-to-ground lightning. Not seeing it on the lightning detector, but maybe it's not working properly. But these storms are pretty bad. So let's go and take a look at some observations right now we have going on with close to these storms here. So saying there are some strong wind gusts. All right, we have 31-mile-an-hour wind gust at Seagirt. That's nothing crazy. 30-mile-an-hour wind gusts at Oswego Lake. Not seeing anything too insane with the winds from these storms. But a very stormy day across the area, of course. If we look at the temperatures tonight, it's very warm out. If you're on the South Shore, it's pleasant, 75 degrees. Dew points actually dropped to, that's West Gilgo. That's something wrong with that one. 81 at Farmingdale, dew point 72. So that's what it's like inland. But if you're on the South Shore, yeah, 74 degrees, dew point 72, southwest. Pretty breezy southwest wind. It was nice at Jones Beach. I hated to leave. And it's so much warmer back in the middle of the island here. And, of course, in my alley, it is, 84 degrees, almost 85 degrees in the alley right now. The air conditioners are really, really struggling. They might blow up. I don't know. If we're straining them too hard, who knows? Anything could happen. So let's go look at the highs for today. And so do we still have that severe thunderstorm watch in effect here? Or it's now extended until 1 a.m.? They extended it to 1 a.m. for into Massachusetts now. They extended it. Okay. So we had a lot of severe thunderstorms across the state today, including we're going to go up the Syracuse area because there was a lot. Let's see what the Syracuse Weather Service has. Or Binghamton, actually, would be the Binghamton Weather Service. Let's see if they've put anything up. There's a storm survey in Rome in Oneonta County. And it looks like this was yesterday, confirmed a tornado July 15th in Virgil, New York. So, yeah, there were some tornadoes. We're hearing lots of reports of storm reports across. They don't have a link on their page, but there's a lot of wind damage upstate, a lot of wind damage from these storms. You'll see, go to local storm report. You'll see here. Good, they've got a map, and you'll see here all the storm reports that we have here. A lot of wind reports here. Thunderstorm wind damage, wires down, trees down. These storms caused a lot of wind damage here. Strong winds in this whole area here. You can see going all the way up into the capital region, Saratoga Springs. And then one report of hail in Lenox, Massachusetts. So this goes all the way into New Hampshire. And then we have another area that had some area in northern New Jersey, some severe reports. And even thunderstorm wind damage in Long Beach, downstream from that storm that I was watching at Jones Beach. 55-mile-an-hour wind gust at Long Beach. It got pretty windy when that storm approached, I will say. Marine thunderstorm wind gust of 52. A 66-mile-an-hour wind gust with that severe thunderstorm that hit. You'll see in the video. We'll actually have to go on Radar Rewind and take a look at these storms here. Large tree branches down. So far nothing in there's some around central Jersey, but I'm not surprised given the air mass we're in that we saw all these severe thunderstorms. Not at all surprised. So we saw a lot of power outages from all this too as well. So if we go to the power outage chart here, you'll see New York is in the red, and so is Pennsylvania now. We have 155,000 plus outages, customers without power, and you can see hardest hit Hamilton County, Warren County, Montgomery County with all the wind, Oneonta. A lot of damage here from these storms here. So a lot of power outage. I don't know if it could be some transmission damage too. I don't know. With such strong winds. And Pennsylvania, too, has 155,000 customers without power. This was from the storms, I guess, tonight. So a very active situation. Illinois still dealing with 130,000 plus outages. Oregon has some outages, too, 11,000 now. Due to, I'm not sure if that's due to thunderstorms or wildfires at this point. And a big outage in California, too, San Luis Obispo. So we'll have to see if that's due to the weather or not. Let's go look at our highs and lows across the area. Of course, heat advisory remains in effect for most of our area through tomorrow. Extreme heat warning for New Jersey. So take a look at the highs today, folks. Long Island got up to the low 90s today with more of that westerly flow. 97 at LaGuardia for a high, 93 at Islip, even 93 in West Hampton. As you go to Central Park, we don't see Central Park over here. 92, suspiciously, though. Kennedy only made it to 89, though. So if you're on the South Shore, great. And then here's what it was like in hell today. 100 degrees in the Pine Barrens west of Toms River. Toms River itself got up to 95. A lot of near 100-degree readings in New Jersey. If you were away from pretty much anything west of the Parkway, you were 100 or better in Jersey. And that was coupled with some pretty high humidity levels as well. Pretty uncomfortable. Lows, mid-70s. Nothing really dramatic here in an air mass like this. You're not going to see the temperatures drop that much. Precipitation. Let's take a look and see how much rainfall fell across certain areas of So you can see some higher amounts there in southwestern New Jersey. But other than that, and they got 0.15 over there. Don't buy that 5.75. There's no way that's right. I don't know why that's saying that. But all in all, it was a pretty hot day today. 81 degrees, dew point 73. We'll take a look at what the day was like at Islip right now, and you'll see temperatures got well up there into the low 90s. Dew points are pretty high too. The dew points were a little lower earlier on, and then they went up as we had more of a sea breeze come in and lowered the temperature a little bit, but it raised the dew points quite high across the area. Now let's take a look at what it was like if you were in Jersey today. We do have a 33-mile-an-hour wind gust now being reported at South Seaside Park with these storms. 75 degrees at Miller Air Park, dew point 72. Obviously, the storms dropping the temperatures. there. Yeah, it went from 85 to 70. Look at that. 5 minutes, it went from 85 to 71. Northwest wind at 35, gusting to 35 with the arrival of that thunderstorm there. It really dropped the temperatures quite a bit, actually. But earlier on, it was absolutely brutal. 100 degrees for much of the afternoon. Dew points in the 70s, making it feel like it's over 110. That's just absolutely unbelievably bad. So it's really, really, really bad. So let's go look at our weather map here. So you can see we've got this big high pressure. Here comes that cold front. It approaches tomorrow, and that will set the stage for possibly some more severe thunderstorms, and then it slowly sinks to the south on Thursday. So let's go to the Storm Prediction Center here, and you see we're in that enhanced risk now for most of the area for today, and for tomorrow they've got the slight. Did they actually put us in enhanced? I'm sorry, it's not enhanced. I'm sorry, slight risk. I made a mistake. I'm sorry. Slight risk for severe weather today. And then we see that slight risk again for tomorrow. So we see it again for tomorrow. And then it sinks to the south on. So tomorrow, I think, was going to be another active day again for severe weather. So let's go back to the satellite imagery here. And we'll go to the... I'll switch it to the full disk. So you see what's going on across the... Oh, no, not full disk, not CONUS. So, let's get this loaded here. You see that smoke that's over us. Still may be some smoke even when this front moves through. Hopefully it will be a little bit smoker. But look at out west. Out west, things are really getting bad with those fires. So let's go over there. Because this smoke is probably going to eventually make its way over here eventually. So, yeah, you can see there's quite a bit. Yeah, quite a bit going on there. Yep. There's fires in Idaho. There's a big one in Washington that just flared up right here. I don't know why they saw the power outages there in California, but... see if they had any strong winds or something reported over there. Let's take a look at some of these observations upstate, like Syracuse. If we can get the airport, that would be good. Let's find the airport here. All right, so they had a maximum. They had a wind gust up to 49 miles an hour today. I'm sure other areas might have gotten hit harder. Let's see. Rome had a wind gust. Look at this. 79 mile an hour wind gust at Rome, New York today. So. Yeah, look at that. That was when that thunderstorm hit. So let's see if we can find it right there. So 3:42 p.m. West-northwest wind, 37 gusting to 79 with the thunderstorm, saying squalls. That's an incredible amount of wind right there. That's an incredible amount of wind. So yeah, really impressive amount of wind upstate, and that's the kind of winds you were dealing with up there with these storms. Very impressive. We do have more severe weather, severe thunderstorm watches in the Midwest as well. I'm not going to talk about that. Things have cooled down at least a little bit in California, but we still got the red flag warnings in effect for the Northwest and excessive heat warnings as well. So still very hot over there. Still seeing extreme heat in the Pacific Northwest. Now, and that's not going to help with the wildfire situation. You're going to have a lot of smoke in the air. It's absolutely pretty bad out there. We go look at the highs in that area. Let's see what the highs were. Yep, near 102. And again, this goes all the way up into Canada. Yeah, it's hot, even all the way up into British Columbia and Alberta. 96, really. Still even pretty hot in Northwest Territories. So that'll be our next stop on the satellite image. Let's go and take a look at that area, because I know we had some pretty big fires going over there. Oh, yeah, look at that. So, yeah, take a look at this. So here you go. Huge fires going on right now. Northwest and British Columbia. And we have a lot of fires in the Northwest Territory. So even though we're going to get cooler air, we're still going to probably be dealing with some of this smoke down the line. for sure. If we look at the North American view, let's briefly go to the Canada, Northern U.S. view. Yeah, look at all that smoke right there. That's a lot of smoke. Yeah, well, just make this a little bit larger here. Slow, I know. Look at all that smoke. So that's, see, you can see it right there. So you know that that's going to be coming right down the pike eventually behind that cold front. We'll talk about that more a little bit toward the end of this video. But let's talk about what we have coming up. So, dealing with some severe weather risks again tomorrow. You'll see that tight pressure gradient there. So we do have a little more wind tomorrow, but wind is still going to be like at a southwesterly motion there. Here comes that front coming through. You can see see it get fired up as it comes through tomorrow night, and then it sinks to the south on Thursday. And to Friday, we have better weather with that high building in and bringing us at least a little bit more comfortable and lower humidity and cooler as well. So let's go to the HRRR first of all. 0 is the HRRR. See, the models have not been handling the thunderstorms well. Like this HRRR, I guess, sort of does. But that's sort of like after it formed already. Going into tomorrow, here comes the next batch that'll come through in the evening here, and there could be a risk of severe weather with this. It's not showing a defined line, but again, it's just a model. It sinks to the south on Thursday, though we may still have to deal with some clouds around behind it. Dew points and wind flow, obviously, we want to show you this because we have more of a westerly winds after those storms came through. But it looks like there will be a southerly wind developing tomorrow. So, again, very humid, but hopefully it'll bring sea breezes to the south shore, which cool things off. Staying humid until we get to later Thursday, and then the dew points start to drop. And then we'll start seeing more comfortable weather move into the region behind that front. Temperatures for tonight, obviously, we're going to struggle to get below 80 here in the alley. Probably mid to upper 70s in most locations. Tomorrow is going to be another hot one again. Could be close to 100 in Jersey. Maybe a little bit less on Long Island. I still think Islip could get close to 90. Here in central Nassau, we'll still see 90s, of course. And then you can see that front coming through. The signatures are that front, dropping the temperatures down to the 70s. And then Thursday will be still warm, mid to upper 80s for highs, but the dew points will be lower behind that front. GFS will just show you Friday behind it, so you get an idea. Friday, you can see temperature's still warm, but if you look at these dew points, you'll see the dew points definitely are lower. It's going to be a lot more comfortable once we get through tomorrow. But I want to look at a few more models. Speaking of tomorrow, we've got the NAM. Let's do that. We have 47. That's why I'm a little bit later too. I wanted to show you. So this is the NAM for tomorrow, and you can see it's got a line. It actually does try to develop a line coming through around 7 o'clock. Perhaps we'll have to see if that holds together or not, but there's your line right there. And then for the rest of tomorrow, into Thursday, we are drier. So we'll have to see what happens with these storms. Obviously, it's really hard to predict what's going to happen. But I would not be surprised if a severe thunderstorm watch is issued for our area. One more model we can check out here. One of the far out models, of course. This one, very active, has a pretty strong line developing over our area right around 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. It has a line developing. This is the HDRPS model here. It's the 18Z run. So we can also look at the FV3 as well. Not showing that line, but there, the potential is there, given the way things are. Let's go to the Ventu sky here. And we'll go to thunderstorm threat for your Cape levels. Let's go to the Cape levels for tomorrow. And this is tomorrow. And you see there definitely is some Cape levels over there. Lifted index as well we'll look at as well. Yeah, there's definitely some lifted index as well. So don't be surprised if they issue a severe thunderstorm watch for tomorrow. And again, we can look at the temperatures tomorrow. You'll see it's going to be pretty hot. Humidity is going to be pretty high. It's going to be absolutely brutal out. Last thing we'll look at clouds. Well, not the last thing, but we'll look at clouds. Obviously, more hazy sunshine tomorrow. Jet junk, and then the front comes through, and then try to maybe get cleared out. We're probably still gonna have some pesky cirrus hanging around. Then, hopefully by Friday we'll have mostly sunny conditions, but we may have to deal with some smoke. So let's go to lastly to the RAP model here. And we will go to the 21Z model of this. Vertically integrated smoke. And let's see if we see any smoke making it. Because just because the cold front moves through, it doesn't mean we're going to get rid of the haze. Because there's plenty of wildfires burning. And you can see that. Let's see what happens here. It's 7/8. Let's see, that's 7/18. So that's Thursday. It is showing a little bit less. So we'll see. But I'm not going to get, as long as these fires are going, the only way you're going to get clean air is from Eastern Canada, and this air mass is not coming from Eastern Canada. So I don't know if we're going to really get rid of it at all or not. And you can see there's also, we can also do near surface smoke as well. Unless you want to look at that one too, I guess. We'll look at that one as well. Yeah, so, yeah, it's and you still see there's probably smoke being reported at places like Yellowknife and things like that. So a lot of smoke out there. So that's where Yellowknife is. I'm trying to remember where it is here. A lot of these are automated stations. They don't have. There's Yellowknife. 7-mile visibility. So it looks like they are reporting some haze in the air from smoke. Reduced visibility at times. Yeah. So that's saying smoke, but all right, let's go look at this loop here. You can actually see there's actually some smoke at the surface too. I will have some of it tomorrow too, it looks like. So let's see. All right, this is 7/17. Actually, not tomorrow. More like Thursday. Yeah, Thursday we may be dealing with some smoke at the surface. So yeah, I thought I even smelled some in the air tonight, really, to be honest with you. But anyway, lastly, we'll just go look at this radar one more time. Look at these storms coming through. Get some more observations to see if we have any strong wind gusts with this. I don't see any crazy strong wind gusts with these. But, you know, we'll just lastly go over the storms that hit today. Actually, I got Ventosky over here to do that. We'll just look at the radar. We'll just rewind it to show you what we had. We had a nice cell that popped up right here, and this is the cell you're going to see in Mike Jones Beach video. I chased it down to the beach, hoping, and you can see it really was looking impressive. It actually started blowing up right off. I guess maybe it would have been a little more impressive if I was at Long Beach, perhaps. But then it kind of weakened by the time it got to us, and then whoop, fell apart. So you'll see in the video a little bit later. But anyway, another brutal one tomorrow, and then we see some relief from the heat and the humidity, but probably not from the haze. All right. Good night.